and welcome to the Kansas Speedway for the running of the Protection 1 400. Tell us a little bit about this track, Barney.
This track is a 1.5-mile trioval like Chicagoland and Las Vegas. Most of these drivers are still learning things about this track. We should see quite a show.
Sterling Marlin picked up Rookie of the Year honors in 1983, but it took him over 10 years to find his way to victory lane.
But he made it there in impressive fashion. If you have to wait that long to pick up a win, you might as well make it a big one. And Sterling did with a win in the 1994 Daytona 500.
Bill Elliott owned and drove for his own race team for 6 years before joining Ray Evernham in 2001.
You know, driving for your own race team is a tough deal. I think Bill was happy to get back to worrying about one thing, being fast out there on the racetrack.
The 83 car hasn't made much of a move in the points so far.
And how frustrating that must be. You're working just as hard as everyone else, yet you just can't seem to finish well on race days to gain the valuable points you need. These guys need a good finish just to regain their confidence as a team. Well, here's the starting lineup.
Starting out front are the Mark Martin Ford and the Ganassi Racing Dodge. Starting in row 2 will be the Target Dodge and the Lowe Chevrolet. In row 3 are the 46 car and the Pennzoil Chevrolet. In row 4 are the UAW Delphi Chevrolet and the Team Rusty Ford. Rounding out the top 10 starting spots are the Cheerios Dodge and the DuPont Chevrolet. The 6th row has the Dale Jr. Chevrolet and the GM Goodrich Service Plus Chevrolet. In row 7 are the 27 car and the 143 car. Starting the race from row 8 are the Altel Ford and the Home Depot Pontiac. And in row 9 are the DeWalt Power Tools Ford and the America Online Chevrolet. Dale Jarrett, the NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, will start towards the front. Starting the race from row 11 are the Kodak Chevrolet and the Valvoline Pontiac. The 12th row has the 16 car and the Kellogg Chevrolet. Starting the race from row 13 will be the Caterpillar Dodge and the Citgo Ford. In row 14 we have the 63 car and the Tide Ford. Starting from row 15 will be the Haviland Ford and the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. In the 16th row are the 9 car and the Dodge dealers UAW Dodge. In the 17th row are the Sirius Satellite Radio Dodge and the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet. In the 18th row are the Rubbermaid Ford and the Singular Wireless Chevrolet. Starting the race from row 19 are the Square D Chevrolet and the Motorcraft Ford. The 20th row has the Sprint Dodge and the 83 car. Starting the race from row 21 will be the 98 car and the 111 car. And finally, starting from the rear of the field will be the 36 car.
What's up, guys? It's Mikey, a.k.a. Mr. McBlam, and welcome back to Let's Play NASCAR Thunder 2003. We are here at Kansas for the running of the Protection 1 400. And we don't qualify that great. We qualified 40th. Granted, like I said, we still have an old chassis, so that probably had something to do with it. Engine is still at 93%, but the chassis is at 83, I think. 83 or 81, one of those. It's pretty low, and that's just because my chassis aren't ready yet from the shop. So yeah, that's the thing that happened. We're just going to pretend that Dover did not happen. We're going to pretend that that race is a figment of our imagination, never to ever be brought up again. But we're hoping to have a good showing here. I'm not sure how good of a showing it will be, but goal is to survive. The car feels pretty good, but mostly on the low lane, so probably as soon as the race starts I might either drop back or try to drop down low. If I can't drop down low, I'll drop back and start picking them off one by one if I have the power to, so we gotta hope for that. But anyway guys, gonna try to keep our nose clean. Kyle Petty to our outside, and a green flag is in the air. First 3 laps complete, and we're just slow. We are just slow. Severely underpowered. So it's got to be the chassis. The engine is not that bad. The engine's about 93, but I've raced with engines on 90 before and got more power than this. So I'm definitely going to say, like, yeah, our chassis is just keeping us from gaining any type of speed. And we're real tight in one. Car just really tight on entry, so gonna have to deal with that for the duration of the race. I don't want to loosen it up because I don't want the car to get too loose and just be undrivable. We got 66 laps here. Going to try to just survive at this current point. Just
that's what I'm talking about. Nice lap.
We don't have the power to do anything. I only got the power, just don't have the chassis. So it's probably hurting our aero. And I kind of figured. I was kind of surprised when I saw that it qualified 40th. But it was kind of like, you know what? I was about a second and a half off. I can see why I would not be qualifying well. I can see why I'd be back here. I was kind of hoping for like 33rd or something, but it just is what it is. So anyway, just got to try to be patient, just run our line, race the track, try to get through the race. Fuel mileage should be just fine. I ran about 19 practice laps before I got halfway on fuel. And that's without me drafting anyone. So I can pretty much assume that we are going to be fine on fuel, because that'll get us to lap 38 before we have to pit. And we halfway is lap 33, or lap 34. So yeah, a little snug. It's a little snug. Gotta play with the throttle a little bit coming off the turns, but goal: survive. Just make the race, make it through the race. Try not to get the car damaged. Try to have a nice, clean pit stop. Haven't lost too much on, I believe that's Kenny Schrader up ahead.
Whoa, that was a quick lap.
Kind of keeping him in our sights, but I think he's pulling away. Wow. I don't want to jam on the brakes because that's going to make us lose way too much time. But we lost some time there, obviously, just from getting in the turns incorrectly. Ooh, boy, got on the apron. Don't want to do that. I mean, the apron's not dangerous here, so it's not like it is at Atlanta or Texas or anything.
Stay focused, buddy.
Apron here actually can help you turn a little. So it's not too bad. I wouldn't get too far down on it. I wouldn't probably get... Oh, boy, yeah. I wouldn't get too far down on it, basically. Yeah, snug. Yep. Real snug.
That's it. That's the speed we're looking for.
So you gotta get down to like around 150 so for me to be able to make turn 1 and 2. 3 and 4 looks like around 160. But sometimes if I let off early enough, I can... Nope, car starts to fall off about 10 laps in. And I figured, because that's what happened in practice, about 10 laps in, the car started to fall off, so...
We need a little more speed.
And that's to be expected with the chassis, that's to be expected. I have to get down to 140 so I didn't get into the wall there. Gotta change my my entry up a little bit. Yeah, we're having to slow way down now.
We lost some time on that lap.
Surprisingly enough, the leaders have not caught us yet. Interesting. That was better. Trying to make it work. Trying to just survive. Trying to just get to the end of the race. It looks like I gotta get down to 150 in both turns 1 and turns 3 now. So, yep. Like I said, I'm just going to try to survive. Try to be patient. The leaders are right there behind us, so they'll be lapping us here pretty soon. I don't know what lane I'm gonna let them get by me in. Might just depend on who the leader is. The leader is Mark Martin. At Pfizer Ford of Roush Racing. Alright, what lane does he want? Looks like he's going low. I'm gonna let him go.
Clear all around.
He ran up on me, instantly went underneath me, so I just let him go. Stay out of his way. Try to have a nice clean race today. And not screw up the entry like that. Damn. Mark Martin just blew right past. Looks like Kenny Schrader. Looks like he just blew right by him.
How's the car set up, Pete? Our time's a little off.
Oh, this car's a little snug. That's the way I could put it. The car... Wow, okay, I'm not even on the gas. It's shot up the track. Interesting.
Okay, we're clear.
Yeah, I think I was about to get into, like... I think I only went like a quarter throttle and it just shot up the track. I was like, oh, I didn't even get on the gas fully. But,
Is there something wrong with the car? That lap was off your pace. You haven't got much longer on that left front tire.
yeah, tire wear. Figured that was going to come into play soon. I like Kansas. Kansas is a nice big track. It's usually Vegas the ones that gives me the most trouble, but you know, Kansas, nice big track, nice wide.
Harder. That lap was sort of slow.
I feel like it's a multiple groove track. Wow.
Car left.
Can't even get into turn one anymore. I feel like it's a multiple groove track, but I guess that may just depend on your driving style and stuff. What kind of equipment you got. Right now we got bottom of the line, so down out of the leader's way. Hold this white line. Let off a little early. Oh my gosh.
We don't want him coming back at us. Hold it steady. 3 wide. Okay, we're clear. Fuel is at hand.
Yep, that's what I figured. So we went about a little bit further than we did in practice. And I'm assuming that's just because of the draft.
Hold it
All
steady.
right, he's
3
going
wide.
inside. The car's starting to get extremely tight now. Tire wear is real. And if you don't have good chassis on your car, then you're going to feel it 10 times worse. Yeah, cars are not even trying to turn anymore. Oh. So, making some new channel plans for the month of October. Should be interesting. Get off the apron. There you go. And it helps you turn, but it slows you down. So,
Try working another line. We
I
need to
got
get
some
back on pace.
interesting channel plans, and definitely want to get a update video out because the NASCAR season is coming to a close here pretty soon. So, okay, got a mechanical failure. Looks like Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart with engine problems on lap 22. Not good.
Clear, buddy.
Okay, don't want to race him, so I'm going to let him go. Go up high, Ricky. Alright.
Got one outside.
Oh, man, Tony Stewart was running second.
Pick it up.
Oh, man. That sucks. Hey, John, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. The driver just... Hey, his engine just went out on him, man. It sucks. Sorry, John. For those of you who don't know, the John I am referring to is Jonathan Wolf. He is I'm an avid watcher of his videos on his channel.
You're a little off the pace.
And he catches some of my races sometimes, and I try to, you know, I was just letting, Tony Stewart's his favorite driver, so I was just kind of saying like, sorry, John, I know it kind of sucks, but, so we're not dead last, anyway, that's good. We can possibly hope for another engine failure, or a caution would be nice while pit stops are going on, because I'm going to try to push this car as much as I can. I'm going to try to push it as far as I can on fuel. So I'm going to try to go to lap 40. I don't know how the tires will hold up. That's the question. Because the car is handling so tight, I don't know. Yeah, It's about half throttle. Now I'm full throttle going all the way through. So I'm about half throttle through the center.
Get back on it. We're losing time.
And if you're wondering about like half throttle, because X is usually the button for gas on the PlayStation version anyway. That's the default anyway. You could change it to where it's like it's on the analog stick, but if you press lightly, it kind of takes you up to half throttle. If you press lightly on the X, don't press it all the way in, but press like lightly, it'll take you up to like about halfway.
Number 97.
Because even though I think like it's analog, I think it's still a step function in terms of
It's still there.
like the gas. Steering's a different story, but the gas I think is like still a step function basically. I think it only works in like steps. Because even on the I'll get off the apron.
Clear on both sides.
Yeah, even on the analog stick. I tried it once. I never told you guys I did, but I tried it once.
We lost some time.
Somebody else was telling me about like you could change the analog stick to boy oh boy. Overdrove that a little bit. That was my fault. Anyway, like I said, someone else told me about like I could just change the analog stick so I can get better throttle control. That's, you know, probably fine for like the newer versions of the EA games, but for the older ones, I think it's still a step. I think it's probably still like quarter, half, 3/4 full. I don't think it's like
Come on, you can do better.
real throttle control, you know, where you can kind of like put it where you want it and stuff. So, because I can't really tell much of a difference from when I just slightly tap the X button versus, you know, maneuvering the right analog stick. So, but that's just me. Might be different for other players, so yeah. Might pass that tidbit on to John. He gets to a track where he needs some good throttle control. Is try using the analog. It's weird. It is very weird. I'll say that much. It is very weird.
Check your fuel gauge. Not much gas left.
Yep, low fuel. That's fine. So we're in 40th because the driver already pitted. I don't know who it was, but boy oh boy, we are tight and a half. I gotta remember not to get full throttle through the center of the turn anymore. I gotta go half, and then go full when I start to get on the straightaway. So time's a little off. Half and full. So stay down low, get down out of these guys' way. Alright, easy. Go around me, buddy. That's why I went low. Yeesh. Come on, car. Turn it.
If there's something wrong with the car, that lap was off your pace. The 19 car is up high.
I see when I got cars around me, I can't even barely get on the gas. I kind of have to like tap it a little bit because I don't want to shoot up into anybody. The chassis damaged enough, well, used, oh gosh, the chassis is used up enough as is. I don't need it to, boy. Turned a little too much there.
Come on now, you gotta kick it up.
Yeah, I don't need to damage it any more than it already is. I don't need to lose any more speed and wind up going, oh my gosh! That was not me. He drove down into me. Looks like the car's fine, though. That's why I have not turned on the track monitor. I'm more monitoring the car than I am the track because I figured I would be back here after qualifying 40th. Although I was hoping... Alright, McMurray, go. Go. There you go. There you go.
Clear all around. Your pace is falling off. Pick it up a little. Leaders are pitting.
No, not really.
Number 22.
My gosh, that was tight.
Okay.
Watch it, there's Mark.
6 car. It's gonna let you.
Alright, second lap down, that's fine. Martin's on rails, though, man. That Roush engine. Roush engines back in the day used to be something to be, you know, something to be reckoned with back in the day. It's kind of unfortunate that they aren't as competitive now. Alright, left rear is definitely starting to wear on us. Wow, wow, wow. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, see, that's tire wear. That's the car, like, it's just super tight.
Now or you're going to be out of gas.
35. I'll pit next time by. Not this time by, but the next time by I will pit. But I don't know if I talked about this in a previous video or not, but yeah, the NASCAR season's coming to an end. I don't have many more races in this particular season. I will pick it up again in February for the Daytona 500 and Speed Weeks. And man, I gotta look at how slow I have to go. All right, Steve Park. All right, I'm staying low, letting know I'm coming down pit road.
The one car is right behind you.
But yeah, let me go ahead and get my pit options set up. We're a little snug. We got real snug, so I'm gonna take about half round out and put some more grip in the. And actually, I'll boost that up and take that down 1 or half. So that's 17 and boost it to 18. Let tires last a little bit longer. Well, I don't have to go as far. I'll leave that where it is. I'll push that down. I'll leave the tire pressure where it is. And hopefully we don't have any damage. But I'm going to leave it on because once the car gets down pit road, I have no control over it. So I have to be very mindful of that.
There's some leaders coming in.
Yep.
Clear.
Thank you, spotter. Alright, coming in right now. Get down the apron. Slow it down. Slow it down. Come on. Man, I almost missed pit road. I almost missed pit road. I couldn't get it slowed down. Those dang tires, man. They would not stop sliding. But, yeah, as I was saying, guys, NASCAR season's coming to an end. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do in the, November, December, January. I'm trying to figure out, and part of February, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do within, well, February's going to be all speed weeks. You know, there's going to be like a speed weeks race, like pretty much almost every week, but at Daytona. But I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do once,
Faster cars coming on the track.
Yeah, 10-4.
Number 45.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do, and I'm thinking about doing fan races.
Clear on both sides.
Whereas, guys pick a track.
Car high.
Harvick. Oh boy, oh gosh. That's why I don't want to drive on apron so long.
It's still there.
Alright. 40 is, oh my gosh. Okay, coming down pit road. Get down out of the way, get down out of the way. Damn it.
Got one high.
Do you guys not see me?
Clear all around.
I was trying like hell to get down out of the way. That sucks.
The 63 car is outside. Okay, we're clear.
Alright, turning a little bit better now. Wow. We're really, really loose now though, so. But once the tire wear starts to come into play, we won't have to worry about being loose. Oh my gosh, Kenseth, hang on.
Clear all around.
Hang on. Sorry about that interruption, guys. Gamer struggles. Are we slower? Did I get hit in the rear end and get this much slower?
The 7 car is outside. Clear on both sides.
Hang on, guys. My headphones are just a tick too loud. There we go. Kind of having a hard time getting off the apron now because the car is looser.
Car outside.
So I'm kind of glad I kept everything where it was except for the wedge. I just took some wedge out
We're clear.
and gave us some little more turn in the car, and I know this is going to, for a while, it's going to be a handful, but that's okay. I think I can manage. Don't have many laps left, so kept the tire wear where it was. I figured, like, okay, I'm not going to be on these tires that long, so even if they do get red, I'm not in jeopardy of having them mess up. Oh yeah, we're definitely slower. It's amazing how that little bump to the back end slowed our car down so much. That's why I was trying to keep my car clean for this race, but it is what it is. Anyway, I'm thinking about doing fan races. You guys pick a track and a driver.
That's what I'm talking about.
One of the games that I play, and I will do that. Figure it's something simple, and people that watch the NASCAR videos and stuff like that. I'm not going to do a career mode or anything, because I'm already doing a career mode, so I'm not going to start like another season right away. I'm just going to kind of do short races, have some fun, give you guys a little bit of enjoyment, other than watching me rant and rave when I get upset playing this game. It may sound like I exaggerate sometimes, guys, but I really don't. This game will beat you down if you start on a high difficulty. I would recommend against it if you don't have the patience. If you don't have the patience, this game will just tear you apart when on a high difficulty with low-end equipment. It will just eat you up. So, yeah. Yeah, figure I'd do some quick races in this game, some quick races in NASCAR 15, maybe some in Heat Evolution if I decide to get it. That has been a debate I've been having with myself recently. On one end, the game looks fun. On some ends, not so much.
That's the speed we're looking for.
It doesn't, there's a lot that needs to be fixed. And I think everyone will agree there. I don't think there's anyone in particular that will say that there's not anything that needs to get fixed. The game's perfect. No one's going to say the game's perfect. There is no way in hell. But it's a matter of preference as to whether you are okay with it and whether you're not. And to me personally, I'm not. Because even I see like some of the guys that have fun playing the game, there's certain things that'll happen that'll irritate me. That'll be like the caution won't come out when there's a wreck, or like you try to bump another car out of the way, you can't because the car is like on freaking, it's solid. It's like no matter what you do, you can't move them. But and if you touch another car, you'll spin out, and it's like I don't. Yeah, you know me, guys. I'm a physical driver. I'll bump somebody if I need to. If you watch either one of these games, I have no problem bumping some people. I'll rub some fenders here, here and there. I don't mind doing that. And I don't particularly care for a game that won't let me do that. Especially when you go to places like Bristol, and Martinsville, New Hampshire, Phoenix, these shorter tracks where, the AI blocks, and granted, they should block. They want to protect their position, especially when you get into the later laps of the race. They should block. But, man, and sometimes the only way to get them up out of the groove is, give them a little tap. Pick the back tires up a little bit and get them wiggling. And the game kind of takes that away from you. But yet they could do that to you, And there's other things where it's just like, pit road speed does not apply to the AI. Now, I see some great racing from the AI. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some great racing. They don't just roll over and give you the position. They'll race you hard. And eventually, like, it kind of similar to this game minus the rubber banding. I know they have rubber banding in the game. But I'm talking about, like, not just rubber banding where, like, you get by them, you catch them, you pass them, you get by them, and then they run right up back to you. I mean, like, they race you. Like, you're on the inside, you're on the outside, you're door handle to door handle racing. And if you get by them, they don't just, like, back off. They try to get back to you and try to get back around you, and they do that. Eventually, yeah, they kind of back off after a while. They're just kind of like, okay, I can't get around this guy. He's obviously faster. I'm using up my stuff. I like that. I think that's a cool feature. You know, that's a good feature to have. It gives you that sense of realism. But like I said, there's just a lot to fix. Each. Come on. There's a lot to fix. And November is literally next. Well, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I could say this month's over because as of right now, it is September 30th as I'm recording this. So by the time you guys see it, it'll be October. So as you're seeing this, November's next month. So I'm interested to see what happens between its release, which was, I believe, what was it, the 24th or something? Or 17th? 16th, right? September 16th. But I'm interested to see what happens. Why? Why are you getting down apron? Car turns too much now. So funny. But I'm interested to see what happens between the, oh golly, I'm sorry, Ricky. Car didn't want to turn there. Go ahead, I'm sorry. I just totally botched that up for you. Like a down apron. I'm interested to see what happens and how they plan to fix certain things in the game. Because there's a lot that's easy. Boy, okay. Got me a little bit sideways there. There's a lot that needs to be fixed. A lot that needs to be addressed. And I'm sure they all know about it. So, I can go through an exhaustive list of things I think is wrong. I can go through an exhaustive list of things that I think is really cool. But, I feel like people at this point in time, like these are developers, if you know something's wrong with your name, like this game needs to be fixed. So, and I'm not going to say anything different than anyone else has said. People complain about, pit stops and rubber banding and physics and stuff, and people praise the racing. Wow, car did not want to respond. Okay. So, and people, praise the racing, the intensity that the AI will bring, the fact that they race each other, the fact that they're not all over you like in NASCAR 15. Now, I have fun playing NASCAR 15, but honestly, I think if it weren't for setups, given that it's my first Technics game, I feel like if it weren't for setups, I'd be in trouble, man. The car is just, and it's similar to any other game, the car is always tight, but it's, if you're new to those type of games, new to that type of steering and handling, the car can become undrivably tight. So yeah, if they do some good out of NASCAR Heat Evolution, and it looks better, not in terms of like the graphics, I'm just talking about like, let's be real, guys. If you subscribe to my channel, or you just watch my videos, I'm a sucker for most of the nostalgic games and for older games and stuff like that. So graphics isn't, I'm more lenient on graphics than most people would be. That's just me. Some people need those high-res graphics and stuff like that. I'm okay with what I got. And what I had back then, I play these older games and stuff, and come on, car, turn.
You're clear.
But yeah, so I mean, just like the cautions, the pit stops, the physics, fix those types of things. Things that are actually a problem that prevent the game from being, stuff that it could. Give the user button changing capabilities. Apparently, they can't change the buttons or the steering or stuff like that. So, but apparently, it's pretty good for wheel racers. So, all you iRacers out there that want a good wheel racing game, I've heard people kind of praise the handling with the wheel. So it feels good sometimes. Other times, it kind of feels like the car is out of control sometimes. And I don't know if that's a real thing. You'd have to ask a real driver if it kind of feels like that. I don't know how a Sprint Cup car feels. I've never driven a Sprint Cup car. Driven a race car, but never a Sprint Cup car. I don't know how they feel. I don't know how they handle. So I just know how they handle in the game. I felt the car not getting. I saw it more than I felt it, but I saw the car not wanting to turn. I was just like, nope, I'm not going driving head face first into Jimmy Spencer there.
Keep it up.
So apparently there was another engine failure because we're 41st now. Not sure who the second engine failure was, but apparently they got down pit road before we got to them. So unfortunate for that. But yeah, we got about 4 laps to go. Or 3 laps to go. 3 laps down, so I think it's about 3 laps to go coming to the line.
Whoa, that was a quick
Or 1 lap to go. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He's going to put us all down if he gets by.
That's why, okay.
It's inside. Clear.
I didn't realize that he was way behind me. Or ways behind me. Or I didn't realize he was so close behind me. I haven't been watching my mirror very much. Anyway, Mark Martin has just poured it on in this race, so if anybody deserves to win it, it's him. Most assuredly. Good on you, Mark. Good job, Mark Martin. Man, that's domination right there.
The yellow flag didn't fly at all in this one.
Whoa, that doesn't happen very often. It makes you pay a whole lot more for any mistakes. You don't have the cushion of yellow flags to get caught up.
And the 83 car probably isn't too happy about his finish here.
Well, he gave it all he had, and that's all you can ask of any driver.
This has been NASCAR Winston Cup Racing, brought to you by EA Sports and MRN. Next up is Talladega.
Yes, sir. Talladega. And guess what? For Talladega, we're going to have a new engine, new chassis. So this should be interesting. Yeah, that's where we got our damage. Crap. I was trying to get back up on the track, and no one was slowing down. So that kind of ticked me off a little, but it is what it is. Let's check out the race stats. Man, I gotta give it up to Mark. I've had my problems with Mark Martin in this game. I gotta give it up to him, man. Yeah, that was anybody deserved to win this race. It was Mark Martin. I mean, this guy dominated, absolutely dominated. Anyway, as I said, Mark Martin is your race winner. He wins the Protection 1 400 here at Kansas. Time of race is 35:22. Average speed 167 miles per hour, or 168 miles per hour rounded up. Margin of victory 6 seconds. Golly, no cautions and 2 lead changes. So we have here Dale Jarrett going to come in second, Ryan Newman in third, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in fourth, Jeff Gordon in fifth, Jimmy Johnson in sixth, Ricky Rudd in 7th, Kevin Harvick in 8th, 9th is Sterling Marlin, and rounding out the top 10 is Jeff Burton. Bobby Labonte is 11th. Rusty Wallace is 12th. Scott Wormer is 13th. Jeff Purvis is 14th. 15th is Jimmy Spencer. 16th is Kurt Busch. 17th, Matt Kenseth. 18th is Bill Elliott. 19th is Terry Labonte. And rounding out the top 20 is Michael Waltrip. Jeremy Mayfield comes in 21st. 22nd is Jamie McMurray. 23rd is Elliott Sadler. 24th, Jerry Nadeau. 25th, Johnny Benson. 26th, Ward Burton. 27th, Jeff Green. 28th, Ricky Craven. 29th, Steve Park. And rounding out the top 30 is Kyle Petty. Robbie Gordon comes in 31st. 32nd is Bobby Hamilton. 33rd, Alexander Clark. 34th, D. Clark. I don't remember what his name is. Kenny Schrader comes in 35th. He moved up quite a bit from starting last. So Casey Kane is 36th. Shane Hall 37th. Todd Bodine 38th. 39th is John Andretti. And rounding off the top 40 is Casey Atwood. We come in 41st. 42nd is Greg Biffle. Yes, okay, so he had the engine trouble on lap 56. And 43rd in last place is Tony Stewart, who had the engine trouble on lap 23. Completed 23 laps. He had the engine trouble on lap 22 because we passed him on lap 22. So unfortunate for him. Just get on out of here. And yeah, not the best finish. Obviously not. But it's what I kind of expected to happen with that. But hey, the EA Sports 500 at Talladega is coming up, and we should have new engine, new chassis. Let's see. Yes, we'll go ahead and save. We should have one. If we don't, then we don't. But we've done. We've done well on a old engine at Talladega and Daytona before. So let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and go to my team management. Let's go to the garage. We didn't use up our engine that much. We're still at 90, but we should have now. Wait, why is it still taking one race? Why is it still taking one race? It should have been done by now. Oh, wait, that's engines. That's engines. Chassis. Okay. I have a new chassis that's been built. So the repair is still going to take 2 races, which means that I can go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do this today. I'm going to do it live. Screw it. We're doing it live. We're doing it live. Modify. We're going to modify this guy. I'm going to select the engine. Okay, so we don't have a new fresh engine, so we'll keep the 90 in there. That's fine. And we're going to select the chassis. Give me that. Give me that. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes and a half. Okay, so we are ready for Talladega, guys. I'm going to accept our changes. Get back out of this and go ahead and save our career. But yeah, guys, going to Talladega, we usually finish fairly well there as long as we stay out of trouble. But trouble always seems to find us in one way or another. But that's all for this race, guys. So you know what to do if you enjoyed. Go ahead and hit the like button, comment, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, share with your friends to help the channel grow. And as always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And I will see you at the capital of Boogity, Talladega.